This is an exciting video to kick the morning off. We have another Sorcery box opening for channel member Greg, and as promised, he's gonna get the box from the shelf. So let's get into it. All right, Greg, you have the box from the shelf at your disposal. This is the Indie TCG Sorcery Contested Realm. We have opened at this point 4 boxes for channel members, and if you are a channel member and you'd like a box open, it is $130, which is at the time of the recording of this video roughly $30 cheaper than the average market price for Sorcery Contested Realm for a booster box, and that $130 gets all of the elite and uniques and foils shipped to your door, and $137 gets everything shipped to your door if you're a channel member, and that is shipping within the continental United States. If you'd like a box opening and you're outside of the continental United States, make sure you reach out to me, and you can reach me at hometowntcg@gmail.com. There are 2 more boxes in this case, but without further ado, it's time to get into some of these juicy packs. Now, something we've discovered with the Sorcery Contested Realms trading card game is it has achieved this feeling where your foil cards, your shiny things, your hits feel special again. There's not a million different variants and foils packed in every pack. The packs start off with your uncommons or exceptionals. You get 3 of those in the front, and then we get into the coveted slot where you can get an elite, as we see here, or a unique, which is the highest rarity in the game. Here we see we have an elite devil's egg, and then we get into the ordinaries, but it's not just commons from here. You have to look through these and look and see if you have anything non-ordinary or anything that jumps off the page to you, because there's something called a curio, and a curio is an alternate art, crazy callback, maybe a different back, some variants, and they're super rare, and it represents kind of some of the history of the Sorcery trading card game and some of the awesome and amazing artists. Now we have an elite Seasons spell sword here, and as we dig through, this is also back in these ordinaries where we're gonna find your foils. Now when it comes to the value of some of these cards, if you haven't been following along on the secondary market, there is some insanity going on with this, what is called beta edition. Now the alpha edition was just the Kickstarter only. This is the beta edition available to the public. As we see here, we have the equivalent of what is like Magic the Gathering lands in our sites, and they have a wonderful art. They are turned a bit they are turned sideways in their card design, so they're really easy to spot. And in the back of this pack, we got our first foil, something shiny. So Greg, you're about to hit your first hit. We got the elite recurring scepter. Let's go through and make sure we're not hitting any of those crazy curios. And here we are, the leap attack. We have our first foil. It's an exceptional card called Leap Attack, and if you haven't seen Sorcery before, here is the beauty. Not only are the foils rare, roughly anywhere from 7 to 9 a box, but they are double-sided, so you get the full experience of the art when it comes to these cards. Now, these cards are rare. As we mentioned, our foils go for a pretty penny on the secondary market, and not only that, they are hard to come by, and there are going to be a very limited number of foil sets ever actually put together. So we will sleeve up all of our foils just to make sure that anyone who buys cards here and gets the chance to see all of their awesome stuff opened right here in Hometown TCG has a good experience and has their stuff delivered safely to them. And boom, right off the bat, we have the giant shark, and this is the wonderful opportunity I love to take to compare what I am collecting, the alpha giant shark. For those who are familiar with the channel, you see in the back, I call it the Shark Tank. There's a bunch of them on the shelf, and the card looks super similar. Now on the left is going to be, well, you're right, I don't know, on this side, the shiny one is an alpha foil, so it's not a perfect comparison, but the card colors look vibrant. I see really no downgrade in quality on the beta card so far, and that's wonderful to see for anyone getting involved in the game in beta. So we got the Purge Juggernaut for the elite, and now we dig into the back of the pack and we have to start paying attention. So it is a higher stress box opening. Oh, you got your first avatar. This is represents one of the heroes that you get the chance to play as, and it's the Flame Caller. Now, it does represent, you know, a bit more of a stressful box opening experience, because unlike Magic, where you're flipping through and everything is just shiny, and like, you know, the back of the pack is where it's at, you do have a chance to hit some pretty crazy things in these boxes. All right, so we got the monks, the elite mortals at night's last service. So as we flip through here, you'll see me going kind of slow, even in the the flow of things as we're opening more and more packs and getting more and more familiar with the game, because you just don't want to miss it. If the viewer and the channel member and you guys out there happen to buy a box and you pull something super sweet, I want the opportunity to show it off to you, and that's really where the value is. All right, so we have our exceptionals up front, and then the Simulacrum. Now, if you are familiar with Magic the Gathering and you are a Magic viewer of this channel, first of all, thank you. And this is not going to take the place, as I said, of a Magic video. There's going to be a bonus Magic video. We're still making all the Magic content you've come to love, but this represents, it looks like that OG clone art. It also reminds me a bit of like a reverse Splinter Twin action going on there. So just a little bit of a callback to some old Magic art and what it makes me as a Magic the Gathering fan feel. As we see here, we do have a lightning bolt which deals 3 damage, but the unit is random, so a bit of a callback there to the Spectral Stalker, the Firebolts, the Overpower, and the Sight in the back. So all in all, as someone who approached Sorcery, and this is, I want to give you my honest opinion and why I wanted to do this project and why I wanted to buy a couple cases of Sorcery, not only to help spread the game, but to kind of experience it for myself, is because I wanted to know what it feels like if you were to just go in, and we have the Elite Enchantress, you get our first Elite Avatar, the Enchantress there. Well, I wanted to know what it felt like if you were to just go into your local game store, as we see the Vile Limp, the Vile Pimp, and the Vile Imp. If you were to just go in there and buy this product off the shelf, would this be something that the regular person, someone who isn't super plugged into everything going on, could get into, could enjoy? And I have to say, as someone who has I've been around trading card games for so long, it's been over 20 years at this point, and it has been a bunch of fun. This is how I feel after Thanksgiving. This is how I feel after the United States holiday for Thanksgiving. I feel like the Pudge Butcher right now. We see some of this beautiful art on some of these sites here, and imagine that in the full art foil. All right, we got a duplication, a little elite duplication there. All right, the Bone Rabble, Midnight Rogue, the Spin Attack. An ally strikes each enemy at its location. Little Whirling Durbus Attack, Whirling Spin Attack, the Scourge Zombies, the Wall of Fire Blink, and the Sight in the end. Now, I wanted to, like I said, get that experience from like a, hey, how does this feel as just someone who would have possibly walk into the game store and buy some Sorcery. And all in all, it's been an extremely good experience for me. Now, I also am, I'm very familiar, as we see the Elite Undertaker, I'm very familiar with the idea of indie trading card games. Like, indie trading card games is kind of how I got my start on YouTube. It's something that I've become very familiar with, all these games and their communities and kind of how that world works and exists, and it is extremely different than Magic, but that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. It is something that if you get involved, if you find that you can find balance and really truly enjoy these things and accept kind of the ups and downs that come with something that isn't as consistent as Magic, as we see the Manticore here, then I really think you can enjoy yourself, and I have done nothing but enjoy myself when it comes to opening Sorcery contested realms. All right, so again, we're going through the back of these packs a little slower than probably some of the other consistent Sorcery openers you see, because we, God forbid, we don't want to miss that curio. And also, I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to consume just a ton of box opening content and know how everything works. I wanted to be able to experience this with all of you. We have the Adept Illusionist. Now, you notice we have only hit elites. I don't believe we've hit a unique yet, and there's a chance I missed it, but we have not hit a unique yet in this pack. So ordinary, 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 which means that the rest of this box has a lot in store. These are 36 pack boxes, and if you didn't notice in the intro, they do represent, they are very they're thick. They feel like old Magic boxes, like when you used to buy a Magic the Gathering draft booster box and it was a bit thicker of a box, right? It really feels like how those old Magic boxes felt. And that was actually, a time in my life where I couldn't afford necessarily an entire box of Magic cards. It was something I never had the opportunity. The ordinary appears as magic to some. Common Sense, the Common Sense card. It was something that, I didn't necessarily get the opportunity when I was younger to dig into. And maybe maybe, just maybe, that's why in today's day and age, I find myself so enamored with just collecting some of these sealed products and opening as much as I can. You got the Pathfinder. All right, and digging in, we're looking at the common sense. Again, we got the ordinary scorpions, the fire. Ooh, we're a little low. We're a little low on foils and a little low on uniques, and that does, you know, that could happen. That's the possibility when it comes to some of these indie trading card games, especially with their first public release. We have to see if the back half of this box. Now, if you followed the other box opening, ooh, sophisticated magic for elite access with the infiltrate. If you followed some of the other box openings on the channel, you know that the back half of this box can be absolutely stacked. We're not quite halfway yet, but when we get there, the back half of this box can be absolutely stacked. So Greg, if you're watching right now, make sure you let me know in the comment section how you're feeling at this moment and update with how you feel at the end of the video. Here we go, the Undertaking engine, the elite automation mechanic of, I'm not even going to try. You know what? This is the fun part of opening boxes, that sometimes when it comes to putting words together in a sentence and reading off of a card and trying to actually get the name of something correct, you know, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm 100% going to mess it up. If you've been around the channel for a long time, you know I speak off the cuff. I just kind of say what I'm feeling. Ooh, here we go. Our first unique, the Roots of Why. Not even gonna try. Unique Sight and Earthbound Cradle. When it's destroyed, oh, when the roots are destroyed, destroy everything. Oh my goodness. That feels like a super cool card. Oh, and we got something shiny in this pack. Greg, it's turning. It's turning. Ooh, the Mercenaries. We got the ordinary foil for the beautiful mercenary art. Get us a little front and back action there. What a gorgeous card, these Mercenaries. Let's get those in a sleeve for you right away. Make sure we protect these cards as they are going to be sent out your way. And I do want to, you know, just kind of double down and mention $130 to get the special stuff, all of the hits, which is your elites, your uniques, and your foils sent to you is, in my opinion, being $30 under market price at the time of the recording of this video, not only great, but $137 to get everything is just a really cool. I'm really proud that I get to offer that to this community and kind of give back to the channel members and really help grow that community. And this is something that they suggested we do. So here we go. Okay, just ordinary. So we got two foils. We normally see an average of 7 to 9 in a box. So we're a little slow. We're starting slow. I will openly admit we're starting slow. We would love to see some of the Power 9. And here we go. We have the Riddle Sphinx with the rated R art that I'm not going to keep on stream for too long. We would love to see some of that sorcery kind of Power 9 start to show through and really rear its head. And if you don't know, sorcery does have a kind of a Power 9. They have moxes that represent the various colors and elements of sorcery, and they also have a Philosopher's Stone, which represents kind of the Black Lotus, as they say. Now, the other channel members that have opened boxes have hit not only a stone, but a core in at least one of the two in every single box. So we're trying to keep that going up here. We have the Bullfrog. What a sweet Bullfrog art. We're trying to keep that going. We have the Hydra. It's no Goose Hydra, but it kind of looks like a Chicken Hydra. The Elite Hydra, and now we go to the Swamp Buffalo as we dance through to the back of this pack. The Critical Strike, the Ordinary Magic to smite your enemy. As we dance through the back of this pack, we start to wonder, can we hit some of that power? That beautiful power. There's also a card that the original art was done by Frank Frazetta, and now that art is no longer in beta. So beta does represent a unique version of that art as we hit the unique Highland Priestess, our second one in this case, and just the beautiful Priestess coming through. All right, digging through to the back of this pack. Whoa! Crater Eyes for the Elite foil. Look at that Crater Eyes. Oh, Elite Magic of Cataclysmic Impact, where you really get to see and show off the beautiful art to this card. Oh, that is cool. Shout out Greg. That is a super fun hit. Look at how good that looks. Oh, I get so excited. Let's get this thing into sleeve before I get overly excited. For a second, I almost missed that it was foil, because you get into the rhythm. You get into the rhythm, you get into the rhyme, you start to feel like it's bobsled time, and you're flowing through too quick, and if you're not careful, you're gonna miss it. And that does mean that, unlike opening some of the other TCGs that I've opened, including Magic the Gathering, as we get the mechanism, a unique relic, we're on a bit of a unique streak here. Okay, we put the princess in the wrong pile. Good job, Josh. All right, we have the mechanism for another unique. It is a nice little break from feeling like you don't have to pay attention. You're just kind of mindlessly cracking packs, or getting a box where all the special stuff is going to come in 12 packs when you open a collector booster box. Now, the difference is, I do have, as I've always said, and I've always talked about how important it is on the channel, I have an emotional attachment to Magic the Gathering. It's something that I love. So when I open a box and people talk about, oh, we got something shiny, people talk about, they don't really, oh, we have the shiny sight. Sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting what I'm saying, but I want to take a look at this, the ordinary sight of abundance, our first look at the sight in foil, getting the full art front and back of that landscape. And you guys know, if you've seen me open a Magic box, you know I'm big on having cool looking and shiny lands in sets and in my collection, and this is no exception. But so while I'm emotionally attached to Magic the Gathering, as I was saying, and it's something that holds a special place in my heart, I can respect the fact that if you don't have that deep attachment, if you don't have that deep love that I have, the box opening experience can kind of feel a little bit stale. Ooh, the Cerebrus in Chains, a unique demon on a short leash. Whoa. Look at that, is a dog that I do not want to fight. I do not want to get bit by that dog. So because of that, I can see just how exciting it would be for some to crack open a box, a pack, a case, whatever it may be, of Sorcery and dig into that experience that they're seeking maybe in Magic the Gathering. And I think the benefit of having one box, no collector box, no set box, no draft box, just one box for everyone to gather around as we look at another unique, the Crown of the Victor. Bearer has +3 power if they've ever killed a minion. Look at that. So just, I could see how you would be entranced by that, and I think this is a wonderful change in pace. The Vile Pimp, Cloud Spirit, Pirate Ship, in some of the things that maybe we don't like about Magic the Gathering. Now, I've said that we're not going to stop Magic content on this channel, because that would be silly. And I know as soon as we start opening any other product, we're going to get, what's going on? What happened to the Magic? This is a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel. But when I find something fun like this and I dig in, I want to share that with you guys. I want to have fun, and I want to open the beautiful Vanguard Knights on this video. My goodness, the Vanguard Knights in the full art. And I want to give you guys kind of a taste of what it could be if we dip out of the variants era, which I think we're going to. If gun to my head, I was a big advocate that we were going to not only slow the print runs down, but Wizards of the Coast is not dumb. Like, yes, them selling on Amazon helped them recoup money. You know what they'd rather do is not spend that money to make the product that doesn't sell through the normal distribution in the first place. They would much rather do that. And so because of that, I kind of said, hey, I think we're going to fix the print run. I think we're going to slowly stop selling on Amazon. And while those things have come to fruition, I also believe that we are going to slowly fade away from the variant era. Ooh, the Pit Vipers. Look at the art on those Pit Vipers. I think we're going to slowly just fade away from that variant era, and I think that's an extremely positive thing. As we get into the last third of this box, it just makes me, it does make me think all the things that I want to happen and wish are happening as we open some of these beautiful cards. We have the Polar Explorers. Gives me an opportunity to mention any card with blue in Sorcery is just like, there's something about the blue in this set, like looking at that wall of ice. The tones are just so deep and so rich. There's something about any of these blue cards, they draw me in, man. They draw me in, and I'm like, I am all in when it comes to the various blues that I can see on these cards. The recurring specter, the elite spirit takes an eerie encore. And also just the flavor, like these cards are just, they're fun to read. They're fun to look over. The turtles, the troll, the boil, the dispel. Oh, I've had so much fun. So as we get to the bottom of this box, I want to know from you guys, if you stuck around this long, if you gave this a chance, if you gave this box opening kind of an opportunity to see what it's all about. Oh, we get the Polar Explorers again, a little bit of duplication there. You get an opportunity to see what it's all about. Is this something? Oh, the Extinguish. Oh, look at that. Banish all fire minions and fire auras occupying target site up to 2 steps away. Another. So if you've given this a chance, what do you think about the idea of sorceries? You know, the foils are special again, and they're rare and they're hard to come by, and most importantly, the idea that they're not following the rapid release cycle. They're not doing the Disney Lorcana 4 sets a year. They're not doing the Magic the Gathering 14 sets a year, or 12, or whatever it actually is when we're not memeing. They are saying, hey, we are going to release, as we get another abundance, an elite aura of milk and honey. They're going to put it down. They're going to say, hey, we want to do, you know, 1 real set a year. We want people to be invested in the set that they open. We want people to care about these cards and really get a feeling for the depth of the set. So they're making massive sets, tons of cards in the set, not a ton of duplication when you open these boxes, but also they want the set to marinate. They want it to be able to sit on shelves and in your hand for a long time. And you can cheat a little bit here. We see something foil back there. Here we go. Dodge roll. Minecart Madness. The sea. Here we go. Ooh, as we talk about no duplication, we hit another abundance. So wild that we've had this many abundance so far, but there is a foil back there. Ordinary, ordinary, ordinary. Oh, the elite Court Jester. At the end of each turn, destroy nearby avatar, or each nearby avatar discards a random card. Oh, the Court Jester. The freaking art. Oh, it's so good. And when you get your hands on Sorcery, you'll notice the text too on the foils is like slightly raised. It's a very nice touch. Like it feels like a very nice product. It feels like a lot of care was taken when it came to designing and creating these cards and the opening experience in the foils. But here we are with the last couple packs in this box. The last opportunity to dig to the bottom and open some sweet, sweet hits. We have a Silence, the elite aura of Simpler Time. Oh, you know what? I'm so excited. I'm just gonna kick the camera, and I'm so excited because I took the opportunity to buy this playmat that I've always wanted here. Here we go. There's something shiny in this pack. Ordinary Mortals, Deep Sea. Oh, the Spring River, an ordinary site of rejuvenation. The tones, the depth, the beauty and the care that it took to make this card is just apparent. You love this artwork. And I'll admit, I'm not a big art in indie TCGs or art in any TCG guy. I like art, I respect the art in TCGs, but it's not something that normally draws me in. But the creativity and the art in Sorcery has made me a collector. I showed you guys kind of behind the scenes of the Shark Tank a little bit ago. So I will say I'm pretty in on collecting Sorcery. We got the Belfry, an elite monument to Common Conviction. At the end of your turn, untap nearby allies. Like, listen, I don't care what game you play, that sentence is a good ability to have. Oh, we have another foil hit. The Awakened Mummies, the exceptional undead roused from rest. We hit another foil. All right, now, gosh, I'm so excited. I just keep smacking the camera. I cannot help myself because that right there is our 9th foil of the box. We got there to the high end on the average of foils. So, Greg, kudos to you. Big shout out for this opening so far. Remember, you'll have everything that you see here shipped to your house. I hope you have the opportunity to build a ton of decks with these cards. The Sorcery Contested Realm also has a lot of starter deck options. They have maybe one of the best starter decks. Now you're getting a little duplication here at the back of this pack as we see another Silence. One of the best starter decks experiences where it's only $40 for the whole starter deck kit. You get 4 decks and everyone has the opportunity to kind of jump in and play together, and that also comes with a pack, so a chance at glory, if you will. Last 2 packs of this box and we will pull the box over and show that it's empty, because in the very first opening for channel member Jim Williams, we didn't open one of the packs in the box. We actually left it in there by accident. We opened it off stream and sent them a message, be like, oops, hey, sorry, here's us opening your pack. All right, we got the recurring Spectre, which is recurring in this box. Pit Vipers, Barry. Let's make sure we didn't miss any kind of curio craziness. All right, and we are down to the last pack. If you're a believer in last pack magic, as we pull in the box and we look, oh, beautiful, empty. Big shout out to Greg. If you're a believer in last pack magic, let me know in the comments section below. If you had some fun today, let me know. Or, you know, hey, listen, if you're only looking for the magic content you show them here and you're going to watch the magic video also later today, you can let me know that too. I'm all about the feedback. Boom! In the last set, we hit the mix. We hit the mix for Greg in the last pack. The mix Ignis, let's go. Big shout out, Greg. Nice little hit there for you as we close out the pack. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. This has been so much fun. I loved some of the beautiful art. We got the chance to lay our eyes on the depth of tones. And until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. All right, goodbye.